Okay, hello. I just want to do a quick review on The Prosperous Coach by Steve Chandler and Rich Litvin. This book, if you are at all interested in coaching, is absolutely superb. If you're someone who does anything that's even vaguely connected to coaching, maybe a consultant or give advice, just want to kind of improve your communication skills, this book is completely invaluable. It's really, really good. It gets some good reviews online, through Google, through Goodreads and things like that. I think it gets 4.5 stars on Audible. I actually listened to the Audible version, and you've got Steve Chandler and Rich Litvin narrating on that, which is really, really good. I always appreciate it when the authors do the narration on the audiobooks. I think it adds an extra something, and they've both got really good voices. They're both really motivational and convincing and sound really passionate as well, so that's really good. I won't give any sort of spoilers away, but I'll just give a bit of an idea of some of the things that I took from it. It's really good if you're a coach. I do a bit of coaching, and I intend to do a lot more in the future, and I'm really going to take some of this advice on board. They talk really about making sure that you concentrate on having proper good conversations with people as regularly as possible. So they say to avoid sort of cold calling people and emailing people. In fact, they say to completely avoid don't come across as desperate or needy in any way as a coach. You need to be someone who's in a position where people want to work with you. So as much as anything, you need to be vetting the people that you're coaching as much as them kind of vetting you. You want to make sure you work with people who push you on, and who kind of bring the best out in you as well. So aim high, aim for sort of big quality clients. Obviously you'll get more money that way as well. It takes a bit of boldness and a bit of courage to kind of sit back and relax and not push yourself out there too much. People tend to think they need to be constantly sort of chipping away, working at people and kind of cold calling and emailing, but they say completely avoid all that. Just have conversations whenever you get the opportunity. Rich Litvin says that he never spends any less than 2 hours in his initial conversation with someone. And they talk about when you do send emails, it's things like it's literally just call me and we'll have a conversation. And then when in that conversation, you just do your best to be as present as possible with the person. You just bring yourself completely to the table. You bring your experience. When they pay you, they're not just paying you by the hour. They're paying you not only for your time, they're paying you for your years of experience, all the things that you've experienced, everything that you've learned. He says that it's really important that you are yourself. You don't try and be someone else. You don't try and be them, either Steve or Rich, who are kind of giving the advice. They say that one of the most important things you can do is just to be yourself, just to bring your own unique genius to the table. It's basically really about having confidence and practicing those good habits, setting the bar high. Steve Chandler says at one point that the sort of people who need coaching, he sort of says, don't coach people who are desperate and kind of not in a very good position in life. He words it slightly differently to that, and I'm not sure I completely agree with that, because I think there are plenty of coaches out there who get quite a lot of satisfaction from coaching people who are in a difficult position and kind of bringing them on. Perhaps he didn't mean it like that, but it kind of came across like that a bit in the book, because I talk very much about coaching high class people who are already quite successful and want to get to the next stage, and that's fine. If you want to make loads of money, that's clearly the best way to do it, because they're the ones with the money. But some people will get a certain amount of satisfaction from coaching people who aren't doing quite so well and charging a bit less and getting that satisfaction as well. So I don't completely agree with that part, but the advice they give is absolutely superb. It's about being direct with people, taking charge as well. So if you imagine if you've got a coach, it's no good if they're kind of wishy-washy and they're kind of not sure what it is you want. The coachee wants their coach to sort of take a direct kind of approach and sort of say, this is what we'll do, this is when I'll see you. So you're not too available. You can't just fit people in wherever. If someone's messing you around and saying they haven't got this available or that available, then you might want to sort of think about whether it's the right time for that person or not, and you can just drop them an email just saying call me, and then you can again have another conversation and sort of explain that to them. And yeah, the whole thing about setting the bar high, I just found that quite interesting, really. And also the fact they say that if you're a coach, you need to have your own coach. You can't be preaching to other people how important coaching is if you're not actually getting coached yourself. So it doesn't matter what level you're at, how much money you're earning, who it is you coach. You need to have your own coach as well. If like I say, if you're going to sort of preach it to other people, then you have to have strong enough belief in it yourself as well. And the most successful people in the world have coaches. The more successful people are, the more they tend to spend. So obviously there are some coaches out there who earn kind of huge money, But it's a really, really interesting book. I really, really enjoyed it. I've probably read I think I've read about 70 odd books so far this year, and most of them in personal development type books. Not every single one of them, but most of them. That tends to be what I find really interesting. I tend to do these reviews on YouTube, mainly on personal development books, and I wasn't too sure what to expect, but really, really good. One of the very few personal development books I've listened to or read where it's just really, really clear about what you have to do. The advice is really clear, it's really confident, it's really easy to read, it's done in really short sort of chapters, and I couldn't recommend this one enough. It's really fantastic. The Prosperous Coach by Steve Chandler and Litvin, really great.